Wait, so you get fired on your first day at your new job. You run back to your job that fired you to do an interview with that job over the job that just fired you.
Nope, don't want to hear that. So go cry some tears in your tear bag.
What is going on with you good people? Hope you guys are all having a great Saturday. It's a nice day out there, depending on the region that you're in. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I welcome you guys to the channel. Make sure you guys follow me on all these platforms you see listed up here and down here. Follow me on all those platforms if you would, please. All right? And don't forget, if you like the information and the content that I'm putting out, give the video a like. It doesn't mean that you like me or the video. It means that you are agreeing that this video should be recommended more to you, or my content should be recommended more to you. And also, you are saying you want this information to be pushed out there among the YouTube algorithm, all right? Appreciate if you guys do that. Don't forget, it's very important that y'all do that. For those of you that have joined me on Patreon up there, I really appreciate you guys and welcome aboard. And thank you for your support there. I really, really appreciate it. God bless you for that. All right, we have to get into this, ladies and gentlemen, because you guys all know Don Lemon is now trying to put himself back out there in the mainstream because of his departure from CNN, if that's what you want to call it. So he does an interview with Elon Musk. He makes it out like Elon Musk got triggered by it, which we're going to see when the interview comes because we don't know. We don't know. But I'm going to go along and just throw it out there and put my bet in and say Elon Musk was not triggered because the man is a person that if you've seen his stature and how he conducts himself, I don't think he cares. I really don't think he cared. And Elon Musk made it clear of the reasons why Don Lemon was let go. He said there's already a CNN. I don't need another CNN type person. There's nothing really different about you. I thought that you was going to bring your character, who you are, not as a person who is a trained CNN anchor, reporter, or what have you. So that's what Elon Musk has said initially. Now, there may be more details in it that may come out. We do not know. So what does Don Lemon does? He goes and run back to the very company that fired him to complain about the fact that he just got fired. What? You running? That's like you running back. You running to your ex-girlfriend to tell her how you just got dumped by your girlfriend. Anyway, so what does he do? He wants to feel coddled. He wants to feel in a safe place. So what does he do? He runs to the witches at the View. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And shout out to my guy, Black Conservative Perspective, for showing some clips on this. And I'm going to go in here and look at some of this stuff myself along with you. And I'm going to be doing some pausing. So let's get ready to get into this, folks. Before we do, hit that like button. All right. So let's see what they have to say on this. And I'm going to be pausing because I want y'all to take some time to think about words that are being thrown out there. For those of you that don't like pausing, you can go and watch this entire video at The View. Go on YouTube, type in The View. You can watch this entire interview for those of you that don't like to hear interruptions, all right? Anyway, I'm going to be pausing. Here we go.
Okay, so before we get to what happened exactly that happened, let's back it up a bit. Because when you left CNN last year, Elon Musk actively courted you to be...
First pause. He left CNN, huh? You mean like how he left his show on Twitter? Like that type of left? He didn't get fired, right? Anyway.
On Twitter, X, whatever he calls it. Have you considered doing a show, he said, on this platform? Maybe worth a try. Audience is much bigger, said Elon Musk. But everyone knows how controversial Musk is. So I have to ask you, didn't you know this was going to end badly? He's, you know, Musk is not really, you know.
Y'all see that move right there? Do you know this is going to end badly? Because you know, Musk is not, Y'all, this is why. Look, there are people that follow me on my channel that have had me come onto their programs like throughout the state, whether we're doing like this open discussion, and they would tell you, it's like forewarned. Somebody would like, let me give you an example. Imagine me sitting there and I'm getting a phone call and I'm talking to somebody. And they say, Ty, we know how you are, and we are going to just, when we ask you the questions and when we explain something to you, we're going to give it out to you because we know you're going to question us about that. What am I saying that for? That move that Joy Bear just did right there when she said, you know how Musk get, you know, when he, I'm the type of person like, what exactly do you mean? Like, what are you saying? What's the part? I need something. You need to tell me what that is before I respond. It's like she don't know what to say about him because you know how Musk can be. You know, he's what?
Controversial Musk is. So I have to ask you, didn't you know this was going to end badly? He's, you know, Musk is not really, you know.
See how she did? You're not pointed at him. You want him to finish that off or throw in there what you think. What is it, Joy? Anyway, let's go.
I went into this with my eyes open. And look, this is just an old saying in the South, and they say, you knew I was a snake before you picked me up.
Yeah.
From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Musk knew you was a snake before he picked you up. But isn't that generous of him? No matter how the snake is looked at as being this scary, evil, mythical creature, he still was willing to pick you up. I know that wasn't the direction they were going with this because I know they're making it out like Don Lemon is the innocent one while Musk is the snake.
I'm not saying he's a snake, but I'm just saying that it's relative to this. So I went into this with my eyes open, but truly, I went into it with the best of intentions. I heard your conversation just briefly about independence. I am an independent, regardless of what people think. You know, Elon Musk thinks I'm on the left or what have you. I'm an independent. I believe in free speech. I believe that people have the right to say whatever they want to say, but you suffer the consequences for it when you say it.
Right.
Now, here's the deal. Don Lemon says he believes in free speech, but then why you literally say on that same show like things need to be monitored, things need to be censored? Come on, bro, stop.
I took them at their word. They courted me for months.
Yeah.
And when their new CEO came aboard, she courted me. Their management team courted me. They sweetened the deals with incentives. And I said that was the biggest and best place for me to launch a show.
Let's stop right there. Let's stop it right there, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to see if you guys can go along with me on this screen right here. But let me get rid of the screen so it doesn't come up too crazy or big or bright on you guys. So Musk just got done saying, I'm sorry, not Musk, Don Lemon just got done saying that the incentives, right? Let me see. I'm putting Don Lemon's demands from X. Let's see what that is, okay? Don Lemon demanded he wanted a Tesla Cybertruck, $5 million advance out of the $8 million he was going to get for his salary, equity in X before Elon Musk canned him, sources says. Now, I'm going to try to see if there's anything else because I thought it was a little bit more than that. And let me see. That's from the New York Post. What about Daily Mail? Let's see what they have because, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not even sharing the screen with you guys. It might be way, yeah, that's why I thought it was going to be super huge. But I'll leave it like this so you guys can see that right there. Elon Musk likens Don Lemon to a spoiled child from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory after the TV host demanded free Tesla Cybertruck, $8 million salary with $5 million upfront, and a stake in X before billionaire canceled the deal for the new show. Elon Musk likened Don Lemon to Veruca Salt from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. If y'all don't know who it is, that's the one she was so annoying. I want it now. And they dropped her. Yeah, some of y'all not going to get that. Lemon requested a Tesla Cybertruck, $8 million salary, equity in X, and $5 million upfront payment together with a private jet flight to Las Vegas. Despite the extravagant demands, Musk still agreed to the interview, but the partnership soured after Lemon questioned Musk about hate speech on X. Now, a lot of things have to be worded a certain way, and I hope, man, I'm telling you, I'm just a nobody. Look what Elon Musk left right here. Look what he left right here. Elon Musk is crazy. Now, I'm going to go back to the witches of the wicked view. So what I was saying this for is he said what they, as if they wanted to give this to him. It seemed like he the one that made these demands and what he wanted out of Twitter. Out of X, so to speak. What I would love to do is for Elon Musk to be able to, he probably is not going to be bothered with it because he's like, I don't care. I don't have to explain myself or anything like that. That's just it. That's it. But Don Lemon seemed like he was reaching really hard to make himself relevant or anything like that. I mean, nobody is looking for Don Lemon, I didn't think. I mean, Elon Musk extended the invitation, almost like saying, you know, hey, I'm just doing this to show you that I am about free speech. So you can come onto this channel and do X, Y, and Z. How about do a show? Had the negotiations together, like he said. I guess it's true. Don Lemon said they courted him, whatever like that, and they had it going. But after the interview, I guess it went bad. Now, it's going to be hard for me to believe that Elon Musk got triggered, and that's why he canceled it, whatever like that. And I told you guys earlier, Elon Musk said he did it because he said there was nothing really to it. You still seem like CNN. I thought this was going to be Don Lemon his own personality, and all I seen was this groomed CNN individual. It's nothing to that. I don't know that, but we're gonna find out on Monday. So anyway, with Don Lemon running to The View, I don't know what he think this is gonna do for him. I mean, is The View gonna offer you a job to come on there? I doubt it, but I mean, you can't fit, consider how sweet you are. Anyway, let's go.
And because you know what's happening with television now and what have you, it's shrinking.
Yeah.
But I thought, why seed Twitter or X is one of the biggest social media platforms in the world, one of the biggest information platforms in the world. Why cede that platform to extremists?
Yeah.
So I wanted to get on there and I wanted to fight it out so everyone could have a voice.
Yeah, and they would.
But that's the issue. He don't want everybody to have a voice. He wanted some things to be censored. Don Lemon literally wants things to be censored. So what are you talking about? Everybody have a voice. Oh, now it's different when it's you that don't have one. But you do have one. It just that you know that you're going to have to put in the work just like everybody else do. Any of us that have a Twitter account or anything like that, and we put our content on Twitter, now Don Lemon has to compete with us. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to get paid for it now. Yet, if he grows his audience like everybody else do that are content creators, he get ads put on there, I get it. But he don't have a show to where he's guaranteed money. Now he actually literally has to work for the money. Let's see how that goes. But he was one of the main people that wanted speech censored.
Basically begging you to do it.
Yeah. They were.
And you did it even though a lot of your friends told you you were crazy.
Like you.
Thank you.
Like you.
I did too. But so Elon Musk famously claims to be a big proponent of free speech. He refers to himself as a free speech absolutist. He calls X the digital town squares.
Yeah.
And he willingly agreed to this interview that you asked for. And said that there were no restrictions. So what exactly happened? What set him off? And then he sends this terse text to your agent saying, contract is canceled. What was your reaction?
The law does.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the things that I want y'all to learn. Just because somebody say what triggered you, people like to do things like that. Like when you really getting the best of somebody, one thing they try to do is go out trying to throw blows or throw shots. Who hurt you? What triggered you? Why are you getting all upset? When clearly a person is not. So it seems like they do those things like that and they project it on you, because I always look at things from a spiritual standpoint. When they say things like, why you triggered? Instantly, that word that came out of their mouth, imagine it being a spirit. When they say, why are you triggered? The spirit of trigger went out of their mouth and it tried to get in you. And that's why you are, who? Nobody, I'm not triggered. What are you? That's the exact response they want you to have. But instead, if you just don't respond that way, I'll nice try. I'm not triggered. I'm not mad. Nobody hurt me. Nice try on you just trying to deflect from the fact that I'm flaming you verbally. Try again. No, obviously you upset. See, now we getting ready to get distracted from the fact that I'm flaming you, and now you want to just focus on us fighting about me being triggered or not, and I'm obviously not triggered. I told you I'm not triggered. Again, I got you. So now the only reason why Elon Musk fired Don Lemon is because Don Lemon said some things that was triggering to Elon Musk. When Elon Musk clearly said right there on the spot, I don't read what the New York Post said. I don't read that stuff. I don't have time to read any of those things. He said I couldn't care less what they say about me. I'm sure he couldn't care less what Don Lemon has to say about him. But again, he responded back by Veruca from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as a whiny kid that didn't get what he wanted.
Doesn't really work like that, Elon. But go ahead.
Well, all right, we'll talk about that, because there's a lot going on about that. What happened, really, look, I would say that is, that's a good question for Elon Musk, because he knows who Don Lemon is. Mm-hmm. He knew who I was. He asked me to come on the platform. He offered incentives and money. They agreed to a deal. They flew me out to Las Vegas to announce this at CES. They trotted me out in front of clients, in front of advertisers. I went to the Twitter offices to do client meetings and to try to entice advertisers back to the platform. So I was a good soldier. I was doing my job. So
I'm pausing it right now just for a certain reason.
What happened? I think it was just uncomfortable for him to sit in front of someone and actually have to answer questions, to be held accountable.
For what? For what? I don't get it. Accountable for what? Y'all, we have to see this interview on Monday.
To really, instead of being in a friendly, usually for the most part, his interviews are with a friendly crowd.
Did he
Right.
not ever see you on television?
Yeah.
That's what I didn't understand.
He probably didn't. I'm just saying, I didn't until they called me and wanted to do an interview. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yes, but I would.
They're making it seem like Don Lemon was just like this super crazy over. Who don't know who Don Lemon is? I swear I did not until CNN approached me to want to do an interview with him, and I looked him up and watched a few things that he did, whatever, and I was like, okay, cool. Until they gave me a manuscript saying what Don Lemon was going to ask me and how they wanted me to respond. So no.
Would be.
Well, he thought because he was
He thought he
paying
bought you.
you were supposed to kneel
He
at the
must
altar.
But that's not what journalists do.
Right.
I know that, but he doesn't
And
know
there's,
that.
listen, there are people out there saying, you shouldn't, he was your boss. First of all, he's not my boss.
Right.
I didn't work for X. They had no editorial control over my show. They were a distribution partner. It was not an X show. Everyone thought it was an X show.
Right.
They only had exclusive content, just a couple of, episodes, 3 episodes a week, but like 10 minutes on top of that for 10 times a month. They had exclusive content that was, to be exclusive to them for 24 hours, and it was going to go everywhere.
That
My show
sounds
was always going to go everywhere.
That sounds like a good contract.
Yes, it is.
You're
but
still going to put it on X.
of course I'm going to put it on X, and I would dare anyone, and especially Elon Musk, to watch this interview.
I get that you would want us to watch it. Why would you want Elon Musk to watch it when he was there? Essentially, I know what I said, and I'm not going to watch it again. I mean, it's over, and he's crying, and what time is it? I got to go to make some more money. I'm just.
And tell me why this isn't exactly what X needed and what he wanted me to come
Well, let
to
me
the
ask you
platform
this.
for.
So in the clip earlier, you asked Musk about the rise of hate speech on X, including the Great Replacement Theory. As the owner of one of the largest social media platforms in the world, with over 600 million monthly.
What is hate speech? See, this is what I got in trouble with, even within my church folks. Y'all, look, I have a whole video on cuss words, okay? I'm giving y'all some context. I did a whole video on cuss words and what I feel about cuss words. When it all came down to it, I just told them it because everybody in the United States or whoever came up with the social construct of these words can be said and these words can't be said. All of a sudden, that got adopted into the church. So here, this is what gets me. Of course, church people, church folks, I call them, saying the A word, the D word, mother effer, or, the F-U-C-K, saying all the cuss words like that. I'm doing it for a reason. I have mentees here. See, I'm saying we even been just completely indoctrinated into this as well. Christians don't say these bad words, but we do have some alternative words for those words. We could say freak, or dang, or darn, or shoot, or flippin'. So because we using a less word that everybody agreed on is less worse than the authentic cuss words, that makes it better. No, it has everything to do with what comes from your heart and your intentions. So I can sit here right now and say, what the freaking heck? And I say it a lot. Would that change if I say what the ucking heck? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying that for is that when do we get to a point where we're going to say, that's considered hate speech. That's not considered hate speech. That's considered a cuss word. That's not considered a cuss word. Because like, for example, kiss ass. Do y'all know what that means? It means maybe or perhaps in Spanish. Kiss ass. That's how you say it. Look it up. Don't believe me. When all tie is kazaz. Don't try it. Go look it up. That's what it means. Do you know when somebody says like, let's say, let me tell you my Schleck lady, eat a coochie. You know what that means? Look it up. But what does it sound like I'm saying? Go look it up. It's check. Look it up. But in our language, it sounds like I'm saying eat, you know what, right? You're saying eat coochie. But that's what they say, eat a coochie. But it's like, so what I'm saying therefore is this. A lot of us have been indoctrinated and through our life and been trained by the school systems or by parents, whatever it may be. These are bad words. This is the alternative word. And that became a social construct. Now, all of a sudden, we are trying to get on this train of what's considered hate speech and what's not. What are we talking about? If somebody says to me, man, I can't stand you. Oh, hate speech. You know what? I don't care too much for you. Oh, hate speech. What about right now? What about what Don Lemon is saying about Elon Musk right now? The fact that he said, the fact that they're saying, I must have triggered him. Triggered is a hate speech word. We don't use that word. That's why our forefathers sat many of nights and weeks and months to draw up this divine plan of our Constitution, the First Amendment, free speech. It's no longer free speech when platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and all them can tell you what you can and what you can't say. What kind of stuff is that? Well, they are their own. I'm telling you right now, it's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm just going to call out. These platforms that can tell you what you can and cannot say, they are not for the American Constitution at all. I don't care what you say right now. People that get all pissed off when I say things like this, how can you be cyberbullied as if the person spirit flew across the states or cities and got into your brain and said, go look up and see what I have to say about you? Do you know how much comments and stuff may and may not have been said about me? I don't go looking for it. I can't believe they called me this. They called me a Uncle Tom. They called me a trumper. I can't believe they called me skin folk, but I ain't skin folk. I don't go looking for that stuff. When I tell you guys that I've been called those things, I'm talking about like out and speaking engagements. And even then, I'm like, oh, okay. It pisses them off when I don't respond to them that way because I don't care. But at the same time, say what you want to say about me. I don't care. If you understand that, man, that's what I'm saying. So how can you be cyberbullied? You're the one going online, typing stuff in. I'm going to see what they going to say about me. See, you look at that bullying. They say, you deserve to be, you need to just go jump off of a cliff. This cyberbullying. Man, you serious? Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me continue on. My point is that, what are you talking about hate speech? Speech is speech. It's not nobody to sit there can determine all of us come together and say that can be said and that can't be said. BS. Now, you can say what you want to, and I do agree with Don Lemon in this case. You have to face the consequences of what you say. Fair. Okay. But still, you should be able to say it.
Active users, did he take any accountability for that type of content? And you also brought an exclusive clip for us today, so I really want to see that. But did he take accountability for it at all?
No.
No.
He did not. I think, and what you're going to see is I challenged him on that. And you asked me what he didn't like, and it's really facts.
It's this.
Right?
Okay.
So this is, can I set it up for you? So
yeah, set it up for us.
this is what you remember what happened with the Alaskan Airlines plane when the door fell off?
Yeah.
And then there was a woman pilot, the woman who was piloting the plane, but they landed safely. And then he tweeted about it saying DEI, basically saying DEI was making the skies unsafe,
But she
safe.
landed it safely.
But that was my point. So there you go.
They need to know.
No, we're not going to do that. It had nothing to do with the female pilot piloting the plane and landing it safely. It had everything to do with the ones who put the plane together. See what I'm saying? What are y'all trying to do? Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, to those of you that are listening, they think that we are stupid. See, look, Elon Musk said DEI. It had nothing to do with that. It's the fact that I think that plane, they saying that plane was put together by an all-female staff because of diversity, equity, inclusion. We don't want no men, or we only want women, or we want a specific color of women. They put the plane together and the door flew off, but a female pilot landed the plane perfectly. Great for her. I'm glad she did, but it wasn't about landing the plane. It was about the fact the ones who built the plane. That's a terrible setup. Nice try, Don.
Know what DEI is.
Do you believe that women and minority pilots are inherently less intelligent and less skilled than white male pilots?
No, I'm just saying.
There it is. I'm sorry. Y'all get pissed about me pausing it. That's it.
Inherently less intelligent and less skilled than white male pilots?
No, I'm just saying that we should not lower the standards for them.
But there's no evidence that standards are being lowered when it comes to the airline industry.
You've repeatedly said that there's no evidence that standards are being lowered, and watch the replies showing all the evidence that it is.
Replies, though, on social media or on Twitter are not necessarily fact and evidence.
No, they will.
I get that. That is just because somebody replied and said something don't mean it's facts. It don't mean it. It don't. That's true.
That's people's
They
opinion.
will cite all the
We'll
reply,
see.
in the replies to this. You will see how often the information is cited, showing that indeed there are significant cases where standards are lowered.
That's all y'all gonna give us? No. I have to see this interview, ladies and gentlemen. It's clear that they set this up in a way to where they want to be in favor of Don Lemon. Since this is Don Lemon's content, Don Lemon is trying to get this. I'm just throwing it out there, y'all. I'm making an assumption. Don Lemon is throwing this out there ahead of everyone So we can all, you know how it is where somebody get the story out there first. Denzel Washington made it clear. He said it doesn't even matter if it's true or false. It's all about who says it first, who gets it out there first to get the momentum going. So what are we going to be able to say about Elon Musk? We don't get Elon Musk's side of it. And it's true, a lot of standards have been lowered. You say, well, there's nothing to prove it. The fact that you hiring them simply because they are a woman or black is all you need right there. That's all you need right there. If you're being hired because of your skin color, racism. If you're being hired because of your sex, that's discrimination. So when you come out and say, we're going to be just hiring people because of our DEI, you're clearly saying we're looking for black people and women. And specifically with the other CEO, I think it was United Airlines, he specifically want black women. He mentioned nothing about men. So what are we talking about here? Again, there are going to be plenty of statistics out there that's going to show you exactly that. Affirmative action is one of them. You let people in based on their color, and they get in there and they fail miserably. Now, if there are pilots out there, y'all, they have to go through extensive training, all types of different things to qualify for, especially when you're talking about putting somebody's life on the line like that. I don't think, you look, I get people make comments like, well, if it's an all black staff, I don't know if I want to get on. No. Those people have to be highly trained, and trust me, who would want to put their life flying the airplane on the line, knowing that they're not ready, knowing that they're not skilled to do it? I don't think nobody's going to risk that. I really don't believe that, ladies and gentlemen. Just know. But there can be some infarctions that come along with people who are building the plane. I'm just saying, because that's what happened. The door blew off from the old DEI team that put the plane together. Anyway, I'm going to end it right there, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to see this full interview with Elon Musk and Don Lemon. And I want to know what you guys think about all this. Please let me know about what y'all have to say about this in the comment section. Hit that like button right now. I got to give y'all the 5-second rule. I don't think I told y'all to do it earlier, did I? Hit it so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm, please. Appreciate you. Last thing, and I know y'all get tired of me saying it, but I cannot emphasize it more. If y'all enjoy the videos that I do and the information that I put out, please, for the love of God, no, I'm just joking. No, but please, get into your cell phones. Go to your contact list and let one person know about this channel today and encourage them to subscribe to the channel today. All right? Let's hear it, folks. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.